Hello, everyone. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending on wherever you are. And this music is too loud. Okay. Or maybe my setting is too loud. Yeah, okay. So I hope everyone is all set and waiting for the conference. We are all set. We've been working very, very hard. This whole group has been working very, very hard. And we are really looking forward to it. It's all good. And oops, Dr. Afrin, I just realized I have to send you your link. Please send me a reminder if I don't. And hi, Dr. Vivek. And yes, hi, Dr. Varun. And of course, Dr. Nasser, first thing. And we have a few minutes to go. I hope everyone is all set and waiting for us to go on. So this is just a few days to the conference now. And it's going to be quite a conference. We're all excited, waiting to see how all of you will find it. I hope you will find it really different and interesting. I mean, conference is always fun, but this should be a different fun. This should be a very different thing from what we have been seeing regularly, and the sitting in a Zoom room. I mean, last year we had that, but we can always do more. We can always go ahead. So there's a lot of possibility. Technology is amazing, and there's so much we can do with it. So yes, waiting to see how the conference happens. And the process, will have a little more look today at what all you can do and how you can go about things, just to be sure that everything and everyone is fine and is all set. Don't want anyone to miss anything. That's the most important thing, is for all of you not to miss anything. You've done so much. Admittedly, this would have been a lot easier in Zoom, but then that would not be the same experience. So it will be all really worth the work. But if all of you really enjoy it and all of you really benefit from it, and it's an experience that's really worthwhile for you, that's the end. Is what we are hoping to achieve, is that you go away saying, this was better than I had ever imagined. That's the hope. That's what we're working for. Yes, it's on time. Greetings and officially welcome to today's event and today's show, where we're going to be talking about Hopin. Have I got the right slide there? I think I have the wrong slide there. I'm sorry, that is last time's. Okay, never mind. So, really speaking, it is very interesting. And I know I'm trying to excite everyone, and everyone is wondering why. So let me first share this one video with you, which is made by Hopin. And you can see how
Hopin, you can create live online events that are interactive and personal. Whether you're hosting a live training workshop, bringing your company's remote team together, or launching a full-scale digital conference, it's easy to create an engaging Hopin event for up to hundreds of thousands of people. At a Hopin event, your attendees can network one-on-one, break out into group sessions, watch keynote presentations, send chat messages and polls, and explore interactive expo areas. There's even a private virtual backstage for your speakers. A Hopin event is far more than a webinar. You're not limited to just screen sharing a PowerPoint. You can focus on what truly matters: connecting people. Our mission is to build better connections for a better world. Join us and create your first Hopin event today.
Interestingly, that mission sort of also corresponds with what would be Oral Pathology 360's mission. Only that we are trying to connect the world by learning more, to learn better, to interact more, to connect better. But it is pretty much the same. So maybe that's why I found them, and maybe that's why I picked on this after studying so many different event management systems, and there are not few, there are a lot of them. We're coming to today. So, first, for all those who don't already know me, I'm Dr. Mandana Donahue, and yes, I'm your host for the show. And this is where we come every week and we meet. Some of you may be new. If you are new, please hit subscribe so you can find us again. Now, for us as doctors, as many art teachers, really information is the thing that builds our days, builds our everything we do is built on information. And every time we come across information, we are very used to dividing it, into good to know, must know, and what I would say like should know. And it's like more like it should have been known yesterday, which means it's really too late today. And this is where it makes a difference. But the whole point is two things. First is you should know that the information exists before you can do any of those things and learn it at any of those levels. And second is that for anything to impact your life, your professional life, your work positively, and to help you grow, then it needs to be in the good to know stage when it is still not really necessary to your everyday work, but it actually adds value. Now, 2 years back, when we all found Zoom meetings, it was really essential. It was a must to know. There was no other way. There was nothing anyone could do about it. You had to know it. But for all practical purposes, we were a little late. And we got on late because actually video conferences in different ways had already been existing for a long time. So when you think about it, had we known and had we got on board, say with Zoom and all these things, you just take yourself 5 years back in your own life. Had you known about those abilities, or had you been comfortable with those abilities, and had everyone else been comfortable with those abilities, how much more you could have achieved in your research, in your patient management, in your everyday learning. There is so much we could have done more. And that would have been a good time to get to know Zoom. We got late. We got very late, which is not like us because, in truth, I know most doctors think, oh, no, no, no technology. I don't know technology. We act like technophobes, but I don't understand why. You look at any moment around you, whether you are at home or at your work. First and foremost, at your work, there is so much of technology in your everyday life. I mean, even our simplest of X-ray units are not really simple anymore. Nothing is simple. We use gadgets, all of which require learning, almost all of which are connected online to some server or something. So this none of this is really new for us. It's just wanting to do it, and it's taking the time to do it while it is still really good to know, while it is still really good to learn, and it can help us grow faster. So yes, a lot of people have been asking me. Uh, Okay. Yeah. A lot of people have been asking me, why are you doing this? This is complex. It's, we have to learn new things. We already know Zoom. Why didn't you just do it in Zoom? But then what would be the fun in that? And where would be the growth in that? We got to open new doors. We got to do new things. We got to explore new things. Why do we go to conferences? It's not only just for learning the knowledge base, which is of course great, but it is also to see new things, to hear from the people who think differently, people who work differently. Why is it important to actually meet people from other places, which is something we do in a conference? If it was just to hear the talk, frankly, we could just get a published paper, a textbook, and just read it. It's easier, doesn't involve traveling. Most people who we hear talking are already published. So, I mean, just read their publication, right? Why take so much of trouble? The reason we go is for the experience, because there are so many new things which nobody can really put into a publication until it's proven, which is why we go listen to them for all the things that can still not be put in print, even if it's digital print. So for those experiences we go to a conference, really, and of course to meet new people. So when you think about that, it's the new things. And when we're thinking new things, then why not new things in terms of joining, in terms of learning, in terms of being able to do it? So, with that, let's just okay, everything seems fine. Sorry, I'm just checking that everything is okay there. Fine. So let's watch another video together. Now, this is about last week. I had done some things. I had made the video and we went through some steps of how to get through. But of course, I was a little rushed and there was so many things happening. So this time I decided to show you the actual professional ones. Remembering that of course, by tomorrow, YouTube may take it down or may ask me to take it down, but you can watch it today. Okay, so let's just do that. This is about the attendee experience on Hopin. And after we watch it, it's a short video. It's about 10 minutes, so it's not very long. After we watch it, then you can just ask me, or even during the whole thing, you can ask me any questions that come to your mind as to how you can use this.
We have all the areas in our Hopin event. Over on the right, you can see we have our chat where you can send messages and introduce yourself. Hi, everyone. Hopin. So with the reception area, this is where you can easily see what's happening now with a big button that sends your attendees to where the action is according to the schedule. So you have your description on the reception page. This is text that you customize as the organizer. And then you have the sponsor area. These are clickable links, and you have the schedule. The schedule shows what's happening, when and where in Hopin, and who's speaking. So with that, I'm going to move to the stage. Here you can see Aaron and Franz are on stage, and they're using Hopin's backstage. And I can view them. They can see the chat. I can interact with them, and this is being broadcasted live. So they can share their screens. They can share slides. This is where your big keynotes, fireside chats, panels, group discussions. Up to 6 people can be on stage, and 100,000 people can be in your Hopin event watching the stage. So if you're doing a big talk in your event, it's going to be probably on stage. That's one thing that's different about Hopin, is that it's built for scale. It's not just one room where there's a meeting between select individuals, but it's a venue where you can have up to 100,000 people. We have polls to the right over here. You can create a poll. This is for organizers, and then when you create a poll, which I will do now, how is this event? Great. And good. Create poll. It loads instantly, and you can vote and see the results live. So 2 votes have happened. 100% have said it's great. And then we have the people tab over here, and this shows who's in the event, and you can see folks' profiles, social links, titles, and send direct messages. This is collapsible to make the video full screen. And with that, we're going to move to sessions. We have 2 sessions here. So the sessions is the area where your group breakout sessions are. These are virtual roundtables, you could say. And so I'm going to jump into this one, Elon Musk private table. And you can see that I have this participate button, and this allows me to go on camera. So I'm able to select my devices, get a preview before I join, and then I'll hit apply. And now I'm in this session participating, and up to 10 people can join this session. So there's Aaron, and you can see there's 4 people watching. So there's Franz. So we're now all in this session. You can have up to 10 on camera like this, and 500 people can be in the session, still interacting with the session chat. Aaron just dropped a message in the session chat, but but there's a limit of 10 that can go on camera at any one time. That can be managed in several different ways. You can have a session be an open session where everyone has the participate button and can come and go as they please, or it can be invite only, where selected individuals, aka your speakers, are the only ones that have that participate button to go into a session and give a talk while everyone else is off camera watching and chat and interacting over chat. Or you can have a moderated session. And a moderated session is there's a moderator, and the moderator lets people into the stream and can one-click remove them out. So those are the different options in a session. I'm going to share my screen really quick just to show you some possibilities here. If I'm sharing this, go back, double click, and it makes it full screen. I'll shrink the chat, makes it even more full screen. And so now you have 3 of us going through a presentation in a session. So sessions are really good for collaboration, group discussion, decision-making, and other collaborative, hackathons, working sessions. So those are our sessions. You can also give the add session button. So this allows your attendees to create their own sessions in your Hopin event. This is an optional button that you can disable and just have that removed, or you can have the add session button and then give your attendees that creative liberty to create their own discussions. These can be deleted by the organizer in the back end. With that, let's go to networking. Networking is where our one-on-one meetings take place. So if I click this ready button, I'm going to be instantly matched up with someone else in the networking area. This is essentially it's a automated matchmaking tool within your event. So if I click this button, I'm going to be matched up with someone else in the networking area. So here's Aaron. Hello, Aaron. And a timer starts out at the top. It was set to 3 minutes by me as the organizer. That can be 10 minutes. It can be any amount of time that you want. This connect button down here at the bottom, if both Aaron and I click connect, it will exchange our contact information. It's essentially like a business card being exchanged between us. If one person clicks it and the other does not, a connection is not made. At the end of an event, you get a summary of the connections that you made at a Hopin event, kind of like reviewing your business cards to make it easy to follow up. So I'm going to click leave. Bye, Aaron. I'm going to click leave, and we'll do it again. I'm going to click ready and connect with Franz. Hey, Franz.
Hey.
And then I'm going to leave, and we're going to move on to Expo. One thing with the networking area is that this can be segmented, where the default is everybody can meet everybody at an event, but you can segment that to be where certain ticket holders can meet certain ticket holders, such as students and teachers, or job seekers and employers, or investors and startup founders. So it's completely up to the organizer to set up the networking in that way. Next, we're going to go to the Expo area. This is our virtual vendor booth hall. So we have 2 booths here, one by Canva and one by Conference Coffee, where you can grab a cup of Joe on us. So I'm going to get into the Canva booth, and here you can see there's a pre-recorded video for me to watch. And then there's also a special event offer. Here is where I can click this button, and the default is register interest. When you click the register interest button, it lets the sponsor or the vendor know that you've registered interest in their booth. And it's essentially giving over in one click contact information for following up later. You can also customize this button, and I'll jump into the other booth to show you an example. You can customize this button to have it be any sort of link or CTA, such as book a meeting or download white paper. You can interact in the booth chat. The event chat is to the left, and the booth chat is to the right as the default. So you can ask a question to a vendor in the booth. So in this instance, if I'm the vendor, I'm now participating on camera, and folks watching in the booth can join the session, and we can have a back and forth. Like Aaron just joined the booth, and We can now discuss. I can give a live product demo. I could do a personalized service consultation in this booth. I could go through a presentation, but it's essentially just like a physical booth at an event where you can provide information about your products and your services. So with that, that is an overview of a full Hopin event. There's lots of customizations, lots of flexibility, lots that you can tailor to fit the goals and needs of.
In our event, we have taken care of some things. First is there are no overlapping lectures or case presentations. We did that so that you don't have to worry about where should I go. And on that left side panel, you will see the section that is ready, that is happening, that is live, will be lit up. There are also breaks in the session. It's actually put as coffee break. Now, in those, there is no program, but that is when you can visit the posters. You can get and meet others and have discussions. You can go into the networking area, meet new people. So there is time left there also. But let's first begin with the beginning. In the meanwhile, whatever is coming to your mind, you can start putting it in the questions. So even as they showed, the first thing is how do you get into the event? Now, when you think about Hopin, you think about Hopin being the convention center where the conference is happening, right? So when you are going to a conference, what do? You see a map, you decide how you're going to get there, and then of course once you're there, how will you get in? So and get into the part that you want to reach. So this is exactly the same, except that you're doing it sitting on your chair and you're not, and it's you're doing it on your computer and you don't really have to be traveling anywhere and making travel arrangements. So all you need to do is to know that you can get into the conference on that day. There are three very simple ways. First is you have received an email from Hopin which said that you are in, and also at the bottom said event link, go to event. So the first and foremost is you can click on that, and every time it will take you to the event. You will be asked to log in, and the login is by default your email that you have used to register. And they will send a sort of an OTP to the same email. You have to just copy and paste it into the space for password, and you're in. So that is one way to go. The second way to go is type Hopin, hopin.com. One of the first things that will come up there is an option to sign up or sign in or log in. So you do that. And again, the minute you are in your personal account, so you have a personal account now in Hopin. The minute you are in your personal account, it will show you which are the events that you are registered for. And if this is the only event you are registered for at this point, then it is going to show and you can get into it. The third way is you download the app on the phone. It is available from Google Store. Now, that is easier if all you want to do is attend the event. It's a little tricky if you want to share video, audio, but it is perfectly fine if all you want to do is attend the event as it's unfolding and to have the schedule handy and know what is happening. So if you download the app, there's a lot you can immediately find out. You can see only one time login is of course required. It's like every other app we have on our phone. One time you log in and then you're logged in. So these are the three ways that you can get into the event on that day, right? We will set the event to go live about 15 to 20 minutes before the actual programs start, so that you can get in and look around, get accustomed to the whole place, and find what's happening. So that is going to be there. We will give you that little bit of time to just basically get inside there and get yourself organized. The next thing is, like I said, everything is happening on the stage. So on the panel on the on the left hand side, which there's a list of things, or if it's on your phone, it will be on the. Let me just see if I can show you right now. Maybe you can even download the app as we are talking, if you're not using your phone, of course, to do this. So let's see if I can get this to focus. Okay. No, it is not going to focus. Is it going to focus? Right. So now this is my account. No, not going to do it. Okay. So this is where it will focus, and this is where what it will show. And right below here, it says explore events. It's right at the bottom. If you click on that, that takes you to other events which you can find. But if you click on our own event, then it sort of takes, if you can do this right now simultaneously on your phone, it's great. So then it will take you to a page which says event starting May 21 at 11 a.m. And this is in your local time. Please don't get worried. Whatever time you see there is your local time. And then below that is details. There is schedule, which says what is going to be happening. You click on that, you will see all of it. Right now, it is only showing main hall and greetings starting on Saturday, 11 to 11:15, as per India time. Then there are the sponsors. And now, in this, if you hit explore, you will see everything. You will see stages, you will see sessions, expo booths, and speakers, especially when it is live. At this moment, if you click, you will just see the list of speakers. You will also see the schedule. If you hit on the schedule, then you can choose which ones you want to attend. You can tag them. You can, there is that little tag mark at the side, so that ensures that you know what is happening when. So, this is if you want to use the app. Otherwise, the easiest is, of course, using a laptop. It gives you the best picture. And now you saw how to use the thing. So, for us, for our event, everything is happening on the stage. There are only three things in the sessions, or rather, four things. So, what we have done is we have made some open session areas. We all know that nobody really sits through everything in a conference. It's not practical. You need to take a break, you need to go meet others. So, we have made these few areas where which you will find under the sessions tab. Anytime you're tired and you want to take a break, you can just go there and see it. There is one that is open to everybody is Cafe 360. Now in these spaces you can go in, turn on your camera, turn on your mic. They are not moderated. They are open sessions. So anyone who goes in can literally turn on your own camera and mic. The only limitation is the number of people that can attend at the same time on stage, and that is set at 20. So if people come in and go, it's fine. Otherwise, anyways, you can always chat from the chat function. So this is Cafe 360. And then we have a guest lounge. This one is private to our speakers, to our guest speakers, because there's also details about the lectures and links and things given like that there. So this is for them. This will not show in our main setup. But if you are one of the guests, this is where you can go and catch up with all your colleagues. And I know a lot of you have done a lot of work together, so you may want to just catch up there. Then there is one without our supervision or without your seniors there, and that's the students' corner. The students have registered from across the globe. So you can get in there, you can meet with each other, make new contacts, exchange ideas, exchange contacts. It's really up to you. Or you can just take a break and come out. And finally, the last one, and my favorite, the Illuminati. I don't know if any of you know about this, but anyway, so this is for the ones who want to, the innovators, the ones who think outside the box, the ones who want to think of new things to do. You have that in you, the idea of doing new things, even if it sounds a little crazy, or exploring new ideas, even if it sounds a little crazy and impractical at the moment. So, this is like our brainstorming group. If you're there, a group of you are there, get in there, you can talk to each other about anything. And more than everything else, I guess if you're there, you're meeting people who are like minded. So you can get in there and interact. It is, well, you can just be there for as long as you want, and there is no problems. And since the entire, but please remember, every space within the conference is recorded, every single space, except and only except if you decide to have a video chat with somebody else, you send them a request and the two of you decide to have a video chat, that will not be recorded. But every other space that is created by us is recorded, and the recording will be available. So just keep that somewhere at the back of your head. Now, coming to what else is there? So, these little spaces for meeting, and maybe you want to just go in there together, 25, 10 of you, maybe you want to go and take a screenshot as a memory's sake, you can do that too. Then we come to the posters. Now the posters are going to be in the booths. You saw an expo session, so they are going to be in 3 booths, and they're going to be in the booths. They are going to be set up, I think, probably around 10 posters per booth, and you can enter there anytime in between when you have the time. There are Google Slides. Each poster is of 4 slides. The first is just the title, and the next 3 slides is the actual content of the poster. And you can actually move through the slides at your own pace. So even if 100 different people are watching this at the same time, you still have control of what you're watching, how much you're watching. And then, as you saw there was so much of possibility of networking. Now that was the reason why I was telling everybody and requesting everybody, please update your profile and put in your pictures. Now, because the minute you do that, it's so easy to find you. It is also easy to leave a chat or a question for the people who have made the posters, so you can see their name. You can always leave it in the chat. You can even send them a chat, send that person a message and say, I have so and so question, and I have so and so doubt, or I have so and so comment or suggestion. And in that way, you can meet. The networking area is open anytime you want, get into it. You might have noticed, if you have actually gone through, that we have asked for interests like oral pathology, oral surgery, oral medicine, and general. So that is going to be sort of the criteria on which the networking will match people up. So if you have people of the same interest, so if you are like you want to meet someone else who's an oral pathology, who has oral pathology as an interest, that's where you're going to meet whoever. And if you have all of them as an interest, we'll take all of it, and you will be very randomly matched, and you will meet just a different person. The excellent part is, at the end of the day, everyone you have connected with and who has agreed to connect with you, you will have their details available to you, and you can connect with them and continue to interact with them in time. And of course, keep going to the schedule, because now all the timings are almost up. Most of the speakers also, their titles of their topics are up, the pictures are up. And in a couple of days, I mean by tomorrow latest, we will also have populated the case presenters. And if they have completed their profiles, they will also be added with their pictures into the respective sessions as speakers. That is really up to them. I have been telling everybody to do it. If they have, they will be added. And if they haven't, then that is really up to them. So, and yes, these were some of the speakers, although we have more now. There's also Dr. Um, Anita Borges, and let me see who else is not here. Professor John Hunter, and I may be forgetting someone. Please visit the schedule and catch up with that. Oh yes, this was what I wanted to show you in the beginning. Never mind. And this, we are having a memorial wall where in one of the booths we are going to put pictures of everybody we lost in the last 2 years. Because people we lost in the last 2 years, even if it wasn't to COVID, what happened was, under normal circumstances, we would have met, we would have talked about it, we would have interacted, we would have remembered them. But I think COVID sort of took over our life so much, and the fact that there was not any interaction, it's like now we are going back to regular life slowly, but nonetheless, we are. And suddenly you realize that some people are not there. So, this is our way of just remembering them. If you can think of anyone who is, we have got 19 names so far, mostly from India. We have got some from Latin America, some other parts of Asia. But if you know of anyone else, anywhere else in the world, anyone within the discipline of oral pathology, oral medicine, and oral diagnosis, please send us the details. All we need is a picture, their name, their full name, their last designation, or what they were working the last, and well, the year, at least the year of birth and the year of passing away. So we would like to really include all those colleagues on the digital wall, and we have tried and found as many as we could. If there are any more, uh, please send us the details, and we will be very grateful for that. Type in there and tell me if you are excited about the new program and about the new platform. You feel that this is going to be interesting compared to sitting in front of Zoom. And then maybe the next time we meet after the program, then we can assess and see how it went as in compared to our expectations. Oh, and by the by, coming Tuesday, there will be no program. I am going to take 1 week of rest. So, my apologies to everybody who may be expecting a program on Tuesday. I know everyone expects to come here on a Tuesday and for a program to be there. But definitely, coming week, I will not be doing anything. I hope not to be doing anything. In fact, even your certificates will start arriving a week after the event. And in the coming weeks, there is a promise that I have made to some people and I have not kept. So, all that I am going to be focused on is to conduct the storytelling competition, the live competition, which will happen definitely in June. That lost. And Dr. Priyanka. Good. I'm glad you're excited. Dr. Nasser, Dr. Prasad. Wonderful. And Dr. Vivek. Yes, I am hoping that all of you will meet will interact and will find new friends, new connections, and definitely forge new contacts. It's a part of the team of the conference. And yes, I do hope so. So I can see that there's nothing more. I hope you all will actually watch the videos, watch the videos about the Hopin. I did try and find a video to show the presenters about the backstage, although I have been meeting every one of them individually, but I could not find a video. So if you can find it yourselves, please do so. And if you are about to present, other than that, thank you everyone. I was glad to have, as usual, Dr. Nasser, Dr. Varun, Dr. Afarin, Dr. Vivek, Dr. Priyanka, Dr. Meher, hi Dr. Meher, and Dr. Joss, who has been doing a lot of extra work, so I'm not surprised he had to run. And Dr. Najme, Dr. Yamuna, hi Yamuna, Dr. Yulandi, Dr. Ash, Krishna, Nitya, Elisa. Yes, I think I have got all the names. So thank you, folks. Thank you for being here. And of course, you're turning up every week. It helps me keep going on with this. And now I will be seeing you all at the end of the week at the conference. Have fun, enjoy yourselves, and see you soon. Bye bye.